I'm sorry, kiddo, I really am. You have a good soul. And I hate giving good people bad news.
I'm Tony, he's Mike, and because you all loved the best of the best review that we did a little while ago, we decided, why not do the sequel? Which is pretty much what the director and the cast of the first movie said too.
3 men became a team. Teammates became a family. But when the games turned deadly...
We gotta do something.
They will face the ultimate challenge to prove again that they are the best of the best.
I look forward to killing you.
Best of the best, too.
They're like, fuck it. This will have absolutely nothing to do with the previous movie other than the fact that we got the same characters in it.
They have similar names.
There's no karate tournament, but there is a fight thing. So just to get into this kind of quick, well here. But before we tear into it, Eric Roberts, Philip Ray, yeah, Wayne Newton, Sonny Lyndon,
Chris Penn.
Thank you, Chris Penn. And that's all I really know as far as the cast.
Actually, you're going to recognize, Eric Roberts' girlfriend in this was in They Live, and she was also...
Meg Foster.
Yes, Meg Foster.
What's the creepiest fucking eyes? I just, no.
I think her eyes are beautiful.
No.
So, but it all
scary.
Has to do with
They're fucking weird doll eyes. They fucking follow you around. No, no.
She's always cast as the sinister evil woman or the traitor. Or
I was waiting for her to betray these guys. It's like, oh, this bitch is going to trade. It didn't happen.
No.
I'm sorry that I let you down.
Spoilers, it didn't happen.
As a matter of fact, she was stand-up kind of gal. She's the kind of gal that you want covering your back or watching Walter when you go to beat up a bunch of people.
Yeah.
You've got my boy. You think I don't trust you?
At the Coliseum.
Not Travis. so just to get into this. So Travis, we start. I think it starts off with Travis at the Coliseum.
Yes.
And so he's there to take part in this. More like a.
It's MMA. It's mixed martial arts.
Means the ultimate in fighting competition with no referee, no rules, and open to anyone.
It's basically when MMA started, it was no rules except for eye gougings and ball kicks, and this is no rules. Period.
They kill their mothers.
But Travis, hot off of his loss to the Korean team.
Only one concrete block separates the fate of Brickley and Moon. But the match goes to Tong Sun Moon.
In Best of the Best 1 is all like, Vegas, baby! Yeah. So he goes to the Coliseum.
And so there's rules. Well, there's not rules,
there's
but...
guidelines.
So if you win the first match, it's like $20,000. If you win the second match, it's $50,000. If you win the third match, you have the right to fight Brakus.
Then he has earned the right to challenge the supreme fighter for the ownership of the Coliseum. The ultimate warrior who has never known defeat. The champion of the underworld, Brakus!
For the whole kit and caboodle, you win the Coliseum and everything.
Brakus is undefeated by damn, and naturally, Travis wins his third match, and then he's.
No, it was the first match.
Oh, yeah, no, he won.
No, it's the very first fucking match.
It's the first match in the movie, but isn't it his third match because he gets the right to go after?
No, it's the very first match. He talks his way into a final. He skips the previous two, the next two, and goes straight to. He has a cheat code. Up, down, left, right, BA, start, and he jumps to the fucking end.
I thought it was his third match, but whichever one of us is editing this episode, we'll throw the clip that actually reveals which one of us is right here.
Fresh from 3 consecutive wins in the preliminaries, all the way from North Las Vegas, this is Travis Brickley.
So Travis gets his big break.
1 or 2 punches right on the chin, I believe you'd go right out.
You have a big mouth.
You want Brakus?
Yes, I do.
You got it.
Because Alex and
Tommy.
Tommy, they have opened up this massively successful karate school.
Daehan is completely helpless, and the American will not finish him off.
And then we find out that Walter, Alex's son, is a fucking loser who can't karate chop a garden block to save his life.
They're waiting on you.
Black belt candidates, are you ready to break your bricks?
Yes, sir!
If you don't break, you don't pass. You know that.
So even though he went through all that hard work and he learned the kata and this and that, he's the only kid in his group that failed, but they decide they're going to throw him a party.
Yeah, they still get the pizza party.
Yeah.
And he still gets the speech too, like, even though you didn't break it, I'm even more proud of you that you didn't break it, because the way you handled yourself.
The way you handled your disappointment makes me prouder than I ever imagined, Walter.
I was like, what kind of participation trophy bullshit is fucking
I'm not
this?
going to say it wasn't a participation trophy. It was more of a, now that we have had, your hand x-rayed at the ER because you punched that block like 3 times and it didn't budge, but you did. I think it was more of the consolation prize for, a destroyed wrist and metacarpals.
What? Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have fucking carpal tunnel and fucking arthritis later in life.
He's not going into computers.
Yeah. So anyways, Tommy and Alex have dates and shit like that.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to have a babysitter, but since Walter's a man now, as proclaimed to in the speech, I don't need no babysitter. I can babysit myself.
Dad, you said it yourself. I'm a man now, and real men don't need babysitters.
Yeah. And so we're gonna trust Travis to babysit you.
It's almost like they didn't watch the first movie.
Exactly.
Sorry, little buddy. Bad news. Can't go bowling tonight. Something came up.
You can't leave me here alone. I don't even have a babysitter.
And so Travis shows up, is like, sorry, dude, I can't watch you. You're on your own. And somehow he gets talked into...
Yeah, he talks into taking him along, because he's got this fight with Brakus. And so naturally, why not take a kid along to a death match? Because, that's how you do.
Yeah.
The Coliseum, there are no rules.
Are you kidding? Tommy and Dad would freak out if they knew we were even going near that place.
Whoa, 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 Walter. What do you mean we? You're staying in the car.
And he's thinking he's gonna, win the fight with just a couple of punches to the chin, and then the next thing you know, he's gonna be lavished in gold and drinks, and then I guess he'll have Walter come in and hang out with him, But that's not how it plays out. As a matter of fact, Walter gets to watch while Travis is beaten mercilessly to death.
Yes.
And he's so shook up. He's just tore up about watching his good buddy Travis die. I watched him, Dad. He died. He broke his neck.
He's lying, Dad. I saw it. The big guy broke his neck.
Walter, maybe he just got knocked out.
No. He was taken to the hospital. He's fine, tells us Wayne Newton.
Your friend did fight here tonight, but he is no longer here.
What are you saying?
Well, he got his bell rung pretty good, got his face messed up a little bit.
Yeah. Fucking liar.
And shenanigans ensue.
Show me your stuff, boy. You got any?
Pretty good.
Okay. I'm watching this movie, And like literally, I'm like, okay, I get it. It's derivative. It's this, it's that. And then like somewhere at about the 35, 40 minute mark, this movie loses its fucking mind.
What's the matter, kid? Need a ride somewhere?
Okay, so Tommy, who we saw his mom, his dad, his brother who died in the tournament with Daehan. We saw all of that. We got flashbacks. We got multiple versions of that flashback. But no, turns out that Tommy is not of Asian descent. No, in fact, he is a Native American.
Tommy.
Grandma.
Grandma.
I'll tell you later.
Yes, I see that, but what Indians?
You don't think we are Indians?
No, I just,
We have teepees.
Who apparently learned Tai Chi on the reservation.
This is the weirdest Indian tribe I've ever seen.
And his brother is none other than Billy.
Just like old times, huh, boy? Still running the mop, fix your problems, huh?
Sonny,
Yeah.
listen?
Lyndon.
Yeah, anyway, so, and not only is he his brother, but he's a drunk, that can still kick some ass even when he's completely inebriated.
Yeah.
What is the matter with you?
And
he got scars because he took on Brakus.
Yes, he's one of the
earlier.
only 3 men on the planet that actually took on Brakus and survived.
Brakus was the car. I was the accident. But I am one of 3 people in the whole world that can teach you to beat Brakus.
So he's going to teach them the ways of the drunken Indian, which should lead them to victory, and then they're going to have to fight with some broomsticks.
If you ever get past the preliminaries, you're gonna have to fight with these things.
But while all that is going on, Tommy had an altercation with Brakus and kicked him into a mirror, and Brakus has a scar on his face, and he's very upset about being a ruined perfection.
Yes.
And he wants Tommy
bad.
Yes.
Bring me Tommy Lee, alive.
Yes.
So they go to the reservation, they shoot up the reservation, take Tommy hostage, blow up the reservation.
Well, they blew up the family house, so
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Grandma Lee.
But they managed to escape through a secret fucking tunnel.
That's a great Native American name, Lee.
Yeah. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Look at all these teepees we have. Because we are Indians.
And so anyways, Tommy fights Brakus.
Well, actually, he's got to fight. We get to see all 3 of Tommy's matches because they all happened at the same night.
Yeah.
Because, Brakus wants to just get shit done.
Yeah.
And so first he fights the boxer. And he breaks his knee and then knocks him out. And then he fights the Roman gladiator. And then he fights the guy with the nunchucks and the long braid ponytail.
Yeah, I don't remember the orders specifically, but I could have swore that the guy with the nunchucks was the last one because that went on for like a long time.
Yeah, you're probably right. It was. And then naturally he's got to fight Brakus, and it's Tommy, and in the meantime, Tommy thinks that Alex and Walter and the whole Lee family
are dead.
The group of assholes like yourselves came through here.
Because the house blew up while they were taking him away on the helicopter, but it turns out that is not the case, and Alex and Daquan, whatever.
Pirate Asian guy.
Yeah.
From the first movie.
Dejan.
The one that actually almost got his ass kicked by Tommy, but is now his brother because he killed Tommy's other brother, but not Billy.
Whatever.
He got the live.
Matter.
Anyway, it doesn't. It really
None of it matters.
It really doesn't because they show up and they're like fighting their way into the club because they're gonna get Tommy back. But Tommy's taking care of business in the ring, and he beats Brakus' ass, and he tells him to stay down, and Brakus decides he's going to get up.
Stay down and live.
Apparently, it's perfectly okay that Walter got to see Brakus get his neck broke, but it was too much for him to see Travis. It was also, okay that he got to see Jimmy get shot right there in the front yard of the Lee household, but it was too much for him to see Travis.
What's the matter, kid? Need a ride somewhere?
Well, Travis is also the first. He's also the first guy he saw die. So,
Actually, no. His dignity and his attempts to go past Red Belt was the first death in this film.
There's that. So anyways, Tommy wins. He defeats Brakus. Wayne Newton declares him the champion. And Tommy's
it's all his now.
Yep. And Tommy's like, nah, fuck that. We're shutting it all down.
The Coliseum is closed.
Think about this.
And then Dana White showed up and bought the whole thing out, and we got the Octagon ring. And
the rest is history.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this is really the kickoff for MMA. And, you can go back to Ultimate Fighter 1, and you can actually pick up the rest of this story from there.
This movie is like fucking 3 different movies plus some more, just like slapped together and thrown on fucking screen. There's no way they had any clue. There's no way there was a script written for this. There was like ideas, and they shot ideas.
I'm going to say that there were 3 scripts written for this, and then the person that was responsible for those 3 scripts, they tripped, and all the pages went everywhere, and they just grabbed the first 120 that they could find, and they handed it to the director, and they said, "It's approved, buddy, go shoot it." And he was all like, "Yeah," and then he shot what was on the page, but it didn't make a fucking lick of sense.
No, it did. But it's so stupid, it was entertaining. I actually enjoyed this more than I did the first movie. As dumb as this movie is, and how retarded it is, I enjoyed this more than the first Best and the Best. Will I watch this again? Probably not. If this movie night says we're gonna watch Best of the Best too, fuck it, let's do it.
This movie's fucking terrible.
Yes.
There's no nice way to say it. And the thing that's funny is that Eric Roberts is like, he's dialed into Alex, man. He rewatched Best of the Best like 15 times before showing up.
Yes, it is your problem.
And it's funny, he's like the only guy like taking it like seriously, like it's a real earnest performance. Yes. But Tommy knows what the fuck this movie is. Yeah. He's just there.
He's there for the check.
Yes.
It cleared.
Uh-huh.
And that's how we got Best of the Best 3 and 4.
The funny thing is, for me, the best performance comes from Sonny Linden. Because he nails that drunken Indian.
Drunk? This is nothing.
I buy his shit going on here.
Yes.
Eric Roberts is way too in depth and engaged in this. Like, he's like method acting this fucking movie. This fucking trash piece of shit.
He made everybody call him Alex for 6 months while he prepared for the role. Are you ready for some doozies of notes?
Yes. Let's knock this out.
Okay, so not appearing from Best of the Best, no Sonny, no Virgil, no Catherine Wade, no James Earl Jones, no Louise Fletcher. They don't even bring her up. She was the grandma that was taking care of Walter while he went away to train with the U.S. military.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, and she's just gone. Robert Radler, who directed Best of the Best 1, also directed this film as well, which is kind of strange because the first film, like, it's a bookend film. It starts off good, it's got a good ending, there's a lot, it's basically a, hour of training montage in the middle, which you said that when we reviewed the original one. But, like, that earnestness, that sincerity, that big ending, where the hell is any of that in this? So, now, here's the funny part. In case you don't remember, Best of the Best had a $5 million budget. Okay. And then it released, and it had like a $1.2 or $1.4 million box office. It was a bomb. But cable showed that, hey, you know what? There are fans of this film that are floating around out there.
Fuck, even on our channel, there's fans.
so they gave him a $7 million budget this time. The box office for Best of the Best 2 was $6,044,652.
Oh, it came so close.
But
that's more than I thought I was gonna get.
Yeah, but somehow, magically, this movie had so much success on VHS that it got 2 more sequels. There's Best of the Best 3 and 4 on this. Now, here's the other thing. Here's kind of like the big downfall and why they kind of cut this movie some slack. Best of the Best 2 was in theaters at the same time, the same week as Falling Down, Groundhog Day, The Crying Game, Homeward Bound, the Disney movie, Summersby, and Aladdin. Now, if you want to know why this movie got its ass kicked at the box office, it wasn't Brakus that did it. It was every other movie studio. Eric Roberts claimed that he took on this role to make up for what he thought was his letdown with the original. He felt that he could do...
He was taking it seriously. He really was taking it seriously.
Yes, which is more generous than you can ever say about anything ever. And that was in an interview with Leonard Maltin that he said that one. Now, here's the interesting thing. If you look at Brakus and you go, where the fuck do I know that guy from? I'm going to tell you where. 2 things. Akeem Albrecht in 1996 for the WWF was introduced as a character called Brakus, so this film had a little bit of lingering effect with its audience. But Brakus was in Gladiator.
Yeah.
He was the monstrous gladiator that gets the arrow through the leg and eats this. So he, can act, number one.
He doesn't really have any speaking lines in that movie.
Well,
he emotes very well.
Yes.
He emotes very well.
That's acting. But anyway, but yeah, so he went on to bigger and better things. Eric Roberts never found a script that he would say no to. I mean, he's been in everything from great films like Star 80 and The Dark Knight, and then he did shit like this. But somehow he always takes it very seriously. So, I mean, kudos to you, Eric Roberts. You delivered on what could possibly be like one of the most bizarre, weird, stupid, goofy, fucked up martial arts films I've ever seen, ever. Yeah. And here's the biggest problem with this film is that now we live in a world where MMA is a thing. And the time that this came out, there was boxing and this and that, but this kind of martial art was not really a thing. So this was in the realm of fiction at the time that it was introduced.
But reality style fighting.
Yeah. But it's got a 10% on Rotten Tomatoes. This movie,
deservedly so.
Yeah. It's mind-bogglingly awful. You should check it out. It's entertainingly bad. You're absolutely right about that. This movie is so what the fuck? You will have a hard time. If you're familiar with the first movie, there's no way you can't laugh at how bad this movie is.
Yeah.
There is a training montage. But it's nowhere near as entertaining as the first movie. But
the first movie was nothing but a fucking montage. Oh, fuck that. No, I'm going to disagree with you there.
You have a scene, then a montage, then a scene, then a montage. This just had a sweat lodge.
Yeah. And some fighting with some sticks.
Yeah, broomsticks. There were metal nunchucks. This is absurd.
Yeah. Right. What time we got? You're on 1816.
I was going to say,
done.
is there anything else to say about this fucking movie?
No, we've said enough.
Don't buy it. You can watch it, but only if you pirate it.
Yeah, then it's worth it maybe. So
that's all I got, man.
We'll see you next time.